I made a pine marten. Hi guys, welcome to the channel. So nice to see you again, or to see you for the first time. This is my new little Amigurumi pine marten, and for those of you who aren't familiar with pine martens, they are super cute, tiny little wild creatures. I think they're predominantly found sort of in Scotland now, but they used to be all over the United Kingdom. And I was asking my daughter the other day, what do you think I should make next? Something unusual. And she went, oh, pine martens. At school, they were talking about how they're reintroducing them. And I was like, that's really cool. And pine martens are really cute. So a pine marten is quite similar to like a stoat or a weasel, or like a mini version of a polecat or a ferret. For those who aren't familiar with it, Google it. They're adorable. And they look a bit like this, and there's lots of cool things about making this little pine marten that were fun, and one of them was giving him his very angry eyebrows. I first made the face without the eyebrows, and they've got these tiny markings, and I thought, well, hang on, let's make a little bit more of a caricature of this, because that's always more fun, isn't it? So I've given him tiny angry eyebrows to sit on the top of his face. Now he does have a nose, but I don't know how well. I'm going to block my own face so you can maybe see him a bit better. I don't know how well it shows up on camera. I used the same colour yarn as the rest of the head. I think in hindsight I probably should have used a slightly darker shade of brown. So if you want to make him up, pattern in the link below. You'll find the full one there on my website, and yeah, maybe get like a yarn scrap of a darker brown if you want to make the nose pop a bit more. So I did the face with a magic circle and then some sort of standard increases, and I think there's a couple of partial increases for the forehead. The ears are just little rounds from magic circles sewn onto the top there. A nice long one for the tail. The tail is unstuffed. It's a fairly narrow tail, and it just has a more natural sort of poseable look to it when you leave it unstuffed. And then we've got the legs. Now all 4 legs are made with the same pattern, but you need to attach them slightly differently to give him this sitting up position that I've given him. So we're going to lie the back legs flat across the body. I was showing you at the side that you can't see there. That was a smart moment. Going to lie across the back of the body, and then the front legs you're going to put much more upright. I would stuff the front legs as much as you dare. So we all know that we don't want to overstuff when it comes to amigurumi, because then you start to be able to see the stuffing through the stitches, and it's bulgy and it's not nice. But if you want it to prop up the body a little bit, as is the case with this little dude, you do need to quite enthusiastically stuff those front legs. Fine to just do normal levels of stuffing on the back, but it gives him this really cool upright position. And the thing that I really wanted to get with this guy is head position, right? So I wanted the head to be able to point in the direction that you want it to point. So what I did is something a little bit different to what I normally do. Instead of either crocheting the neck and body together or in individual parts, I made a separate neck section, and I created the body with a gap. So I made a hole inside the body, which I then stuffed up to a point and then inserted the head and neck into. And what that did, I'm going to cover my face against the cameras automatically. If you don't know, focus on faces these days, and we don't want my face, we want my toy. So we then propped his little neck into his little body, and it gives you this sort of more poseable head and sort of more natural angle to the neck as well, that would be hard to get if you just direct sewed the pieces together or indeed crocheted the shape. I've made it look like more of a continuous seam, I hope, by using a colour change in the equivalent place on both sections of it. So what I've done in the pattern is I have included for you photos as I went along when I did it. It's probably some classic on my sofa or on my knees or something equally professional and classy, but hopefully it'll show you exactly what you need. If you go and look at the pattern now, run through it, if you've got any questions, just pop me a message in the comments below this video, or in the comments on the website. You'll probably get a quicker answer in the comments on the video because the comments on the site are held for moderation for spam reasons. There's not such a big spam problem on YouTube, it filters it automatically. Comment under this video if you've got any questions on the pattern and I will endeavour to help you with them. One thing I would say, other than maybe changing the colour of the nose when you replicate this, is that you might want to surface crochet a little bit on the rims of the ears as well, because they do have these sort of pale sort of orangey markings there as well, and that might even sort of give it a bit more depth and character for you. So there you go. Bit of an unusual one on a bit of a whim, but I'm dead pleased with how this turned out actually. And I kept ferrets when I was little, so anything like this shape, I love it. I should get ferrets again. Ferrets are awesome, and I should crochet a ferret. I literally kicked the tripod in my enthusiasm. But boom, Pine Marten. Hope you really like him, but let me know in the comments section below what you think. I cannot wait to hear from you, and happy crocheting!